the football world may have missed Japan's most dangerous player. When Kouru Mitoma was ruled out of the World Cup and Takefusa Kubo picked up an injury scare, the question was obvious. Who was going to score the goals? Then, a 27-year-old striker most casual fans barely talked about walked into the World Cup and made history. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 goal contributions. The first Japanese player ever to score a World Cup brace. The driving force behind Japan's historic 4-0 victory over Tunisia, a result that made Japan the first AFC nation ever to score 4 goals in a World Cup match. But here's what makes this story even more fascinating. This didn't come out of nowhere. While the football world was focused on bigger names, Ayase Ueda was quietly becoming one of Europe's most effective strikers. 25 Eredivisie goals, the Dutch Golden Boot, over 100 shots, nearly a goal every 90 minutes. And now that form is starting to appear on football's biggest stage. So is this simply one brilliant World Cup performance? Or has Japan finally found the elite number 9 they've been searching for decades? This is why Ayase Ueda could be the player that changes Japan's World Cup future. Ayase Ueda did not come into this World Cup as Japan's biggest name, but after Monterrey, he might be their most important player.
There's options ahead of him, around him, goes for goal!
Japan's second group game against Tunisia was already carrying a bit of history before kickoff. It was the 1000th match in World Cup history. Symbolic stage, very different pressures. Japan had drawn 2-2 with the Netherlands in their opener, which showed heart but still left questions about whether they could actually control a game. Tunisia were desperate. They'd just been torn apart 5-1 by Sweden and needed something, anything, to stay alive. Instead, they ran straight into Ueda. Kamada got Japan off the mark inside 4 minutes, but even before that goal, Ueda was already doing the dirty work, pinning centre-backs, giving Japan a reference point, creating the kind of central gravity that lets everyone around you breathe. Japan weren't just passing it around, they were actually going somewhere. Then, in the 31st minute, Ueda made it personal. Itakura played him in, and Tunisia's backline hesitated. They expected a layoff. Ueda went straight at them instead, drove the finish low across goal. 2-0, clinical, and honestly, that's the kind of goal Japan have been missing at World Cup level for years. A centre-forward taking responsibility, making the angle himself, and finishing before anyone could think about it. That second goal completely changed Tunisia's night. At 1-0, they're still in it. At 2-0, they have to chase. And chasing Japan is a terrible idea, because Japan love the space that creates. Ueda made them pay again in the second half. 69th minute, he drops as the connector, touches it into Ito's run, Ito finishes calmly, 3-0. That assist matters more than people realize. It showed he's not just lurking in the box waiting for crosses, he can link, hold up, bring runners in at exactly the right moment. Then came the historic one.
Feeling it, Sano lifting it up, a huge opportunity.
83rd minute, Ueda attacks the box, rises above the Tunisian defense and loops a header in. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 direct contributions. First Japanese player ever to score twice in a World Cup match. And on the same night, Japan became the first AFC nation to score 4 goals in a single World Cup game. Most people saw the scoreline. The real story was who drove it. Japan's 4-0 win was their biggest ever at a World Cup, but more than that, it was a profile shift for Ueda. Against the Netherlands, he was quiet. Against Tunisia, he looked exactly like the striker Japan have been searching for: direct, physical, intelligent, and decisive. 1 goal from an angled finish, 1 assist from a link-up, 1 goal from aerial timing. That variety is precisely what made the performance feel bigger than just a brace. Because Japan have never lacked technical intelligence. Their best sides have always had technical midfielders, wide players who can carry, attackers who find pockets between the lines. That's been the identity for years. But the centre-forward spot, that's been the missing piece. At the highest level, good possession needs a final destination. Clean build-up needs someone who'll actually attack the penalty area with conviction. Ueda gives Japan that. He's not a false nine pretending to be a striker. He's a proper number 9. Presses from the front, works across centre-backs, attacks crosses, makes combinations, and looks to shoot early. In Feyenoord this season, he scored 25 league goals in 31 games, 0.89 per 90, 47 shots on target from 102 attempts, 7.46 average rating. The warning signs were already there in Europe. Nobody was paying attention. And that's what makes Japan genuinely dangerous now. When you've got technical midfielders, fast wide players, disciplined defenders, and a striker who can finish in multiple ways, the whole attack unlocks. Kamada doesn't have to carry the central threat alone anymore. Ito and Nakamura can run knowing the box is occupied. Tanaka and Sano can play forward with real confidence. Even Itakura can step into build-up and pick progressive passes because the move has a clear destination. So, this wasn't just Ueda's breakout night. This might have been the night Japan's attack finally found a new shape. The question now is straightforward. Was this one brilliant performance against a broken Tunisia side, or has Japan actually solved the weakness that's held back so many of their best teams? Because if Ueda carries his Feyenoord form into this tournament, Japan aren't just a team that can pass and press and make things uncomfortable. They're a team with a striker who can decide matches.
Ueda's World Cup didn't come from nowhere. Europe had already been warned. Before the 1000th World Cup match became his personal statement, he'd just finished the most important season of his career at Feyenoord. 25 league goals, 2,533 minutes, 0.89 per 90, 47 shots on target from 102 attempts, 7.46 average rating. That's not a player arriving as a gamble. That's a striker who'd spent a full season proving he could handle volume, pressure, and responsibility inside a team built to attack. The road there wasn't instant either. Cercle Bruges in Belgium came first. Tougher league, stronger defensive lines, harder physical battles. That shaped him. Then Feyenoord handed him the number 9 shirt and made the role simple. Finish moves, press centre-backs, attack crosses, be the reference point. No drifting wide, no decorating the attack. Just do the job. That's exactly why against Tunisia it looked so natural. The first goal, a striker comfortable pulling the trigger early. The assist for Ito, a forward who can actually connect play, not just wait for service. The header, timing, leap, penalty area instinct. None of that was random. Those are habits built across seasons. And the path itself makes the story better. Ueda wasn't a teenage wonder kid fast-tracked into the spotlight. Jose University, Kashima Antlers, Belgium, Netherlands. Every step added a layer. Discipline in Japan, physical resistance in Belgium, attacking volume in the Netherlands, and real responsibility at Feyenoord. By the time this World Cup arrived, Japan weren't hoping he'd figure it out. They were handing the shirt to a proven goalscorer who'd already done the work, which mattered even more because of Japan's injury situation. Mitoma unavailable, Endo missing, Cuba's fitness a concern after the Netherlands game. 3 of Japan's biggest difference makers, gone or compromised. So who decides matches? Against Tunisia, Ueda answered that question before anyone finished asking it. 6 goals in 2 World Cup games, and Ueda is at the center of why Japan's attack actually functions. He pins defenders so Kamada can arrive late. He lays the ball off so Ito can run beyond. He attacks the box so Nakamura can deliver early. Japan didn't replace Mitoma with another winger. They changed the entire route to goal. And that might make this team more balanced than anyone expected. Still technical, still disciplined, still pressing, but now with a number 9 who spent the last year scoring for fun in the Eredivisie and has brought that exact rhythm to the World Cup stage. Europe saw the warning signs all season. The World Cup just introduced Ayase Ueda to everyone else. Japan aren't just surviving Group F anymore, they're running it. 4 points, 6 goals, level with the Netherlands. World Cup and AFC history made in 2 games. But the real warning sign is Ayase Ueda. 27 years old, 25 goals last season at Feyenoord, and right now he looks like the piece Moriyasu system has always been missing. A striker who presses, links play, attacks the box and finishes. So here's the question. If Ueda keeps this up, are we actually watching the moment Japan found the striker to change their football history? Because I think we might be.